Hello. How's it going? That sucks, Abe. Yeah, just remove it. Just get rid of it. It is a very good remix of Lost Woods, yes. Here is the actual remix, because it might be hard to find. It's this. Because everybody thinks it's called Lost Woods, but it's called Forest Maze. I know, I do the same thing. I always look for Lost Woods and I find the song, but I can never find this fucking remix. So what I do is I have it in a dedicated tab that I never get rid of. So I never lose this remix. I love this remix because it's so good. It's so layered. There's so much going on. It's just all in there. And I do have it on loop, so you are just going to be getting it a lot. But yeah, I've just had a long day. Work was kind of out of control. I had a I did do my doctor's appointment, but of course it was just sort of like, hi, uh, I have an owie, but it feels like it's getting better, maybe. And so now I don't really have an answer, but basically, like, he was like, well, we can do a CAT scan, see if anything comes up. So now I got to schedule that. I had to pay a copay, which always makes me feel like, what am I paying you guys hundreds a month for? Exactly. I got to pay you, and then I got to pay them. When does the part come where all the money that I'm giving you uh does the thing that I'm giving it to you for? No, they don't do that. Yeah, like not only do you have to pay for every piece of everything that happens, despite the fact that you're paying for a thing that's supposed to pay for the things that happen, the doctors now also are like, yeah, you should do some doctor shit and schedule all these things. I don't I don't know why that is, but that's how it is now. Every time I've gone there, they're like, "Well, if you want to know more, you could call this guy I know." Oh, okay. You don't want to. You don't want to do some doctor shit. But I don't want to be like my dad, who just like wouldn't go until like his fucking colon exploded like a bomb. Yeah, I guess the GP is basically just sort of like a traffic conductor, right? You go, you tell this shit to the GP, and then they go, go that way, go this way, talk to this guy. Chew is right about the time, yeah, and that's my fault. Don't worry, Nakomi's getting them some dinner. So I don't know what's up yet. Hopefully it's nothing. I guess I'll find out sometime within a month. I did, when I feel sheepish when I go in, especially when it's something like I said that seems like it's clearing itself up, and then I have to be like, well, I used to be ouchy, but now I'm not so ouchy, and then I can't be, like obstinate about it. Like, I need to know now. It's just not an emergency, or it doesn't seem like it's an emergency. Yeah, I'm gonna call and schedule that tomorrow, so we'll see. He did say that it's the most likely thing probably is either I strained something and forgot, or maybe I do have the folds thing, but it's not really hereditary. It's just something that is common. Lots of people have it. It does. I've had that happen at the ER as well, where I've gone to the ER and then whatever I thought I was dying of went away, and I'm like, "Hi, well, I seem to be fine now. That'll be $800." Surprisingly, my doctor didn't give me the weight shit, which was surprising, especially because I feel like I've gained a shit ton of weight this year. Hmm? I was saying that the doctor didn't give me the weight shit.
Wait, shit.
Yeah, which surprised me because I've like gained a lot of weight. Maybe it's because I had a negative reaction to him last time.
I doubt he remembers you. That was like years ago.
No, he remembered me
Oh.
because last time was when I was having like the whole like my entire gastrointestinal disaster,
Yeah.
and he's like, well, you lost a lot of weight. And I was like, what does that have to do with anything? That's not
Did
good.
you?
I wasn't trying to lose weight. Huh?
Did you?
I did, yeah. Yeah. I lost like 30 pounds over that period of time. That shit went on for like 6 months. I wasn't eating very much.
No, I know that.
But yeah, anyway, he didn't give me shit about it, surprisingly. He wasn't like, oh, well, that's because there's a huge gut that's hanging over in front of that part that you pointed at. Um, he did, uh, I guess, kind of clandestine do it because we were just talking about random crap, and he was talking about because we were, you want to just get the scan and see if anything comes up. And he's like, well, we'll do your blood work stuff too. And then he did like, we could throw your cholesterol in there too. So maybe, but he didn't. It wasn't like sarcastic or
Yeah.
he didn't like go like, well, clearly it's because you're a huge fat ass now.
Uh,
But a lot of doctors do that. Yes.
yeah.
I'm gonna take your prescription, Pubs. Thank you. Well, yeah, but he did call that out separately, like to add that on as its own thing. That was why it stood out.
Oops.
Comey's decided to tear the place apart.
Yeah, I popped out all the batteries too.
We should just get a new one.
Pretty sure we can find a cover for this.
Oh yeah. The shit that like we went through, like when Nakomi has an issue, I, I don't know, man. It's really wild how stark it is when you try to get medical assistance, how all the sort of cultural bullshit of the United States comes into sharp relief. Cause like um
Oh yeah.
they treated her really poorly. Like she was having back issues and they treated her like she was there to steal drugs. They didn't believe her. That's happened many times.
Yeah. I'm very obviously a hardcore drug addict. And they can tell.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, the last time when I had back pain, it was super fucking bad. I could barely move. And they they took a scan or whatever, and then at the end they were like, yeah, so there's some arthritis at the base of your spine. And I was like, that doesn't sound like that's what this is. I was like, do you think that's what this is? And they go, no, but that's all we got. And then they tried to give me ibuprofen. And I was like, is it any different than over the counter? And she's like, no. And I was like, no, thank you then. I have a bottle of ibuprofen at home.
Yeah.
So thanks for nothing.
Holy shit, Ambrose. Goddamn.
Yeah. That's what happened when I went in for my appendix. I was like, I obviously just have to poop and I'm just being a pussy.
I don't know. That progressed pretty quickly, as I recall, and we went. I mean, we delayed almost a day, but I mean, like you couldn't tell
Yeah.
that it wasn't
I got it very
normal.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, until it got bad, it wasn't really clear. Yeah, I had to tell my doctor that it's not constipation. I'm having regular, robust logs.
Robust. Probably a word he didn't need to hear.
Slide them out like torpedoes. God, yeah. Ice. Hate
Don't
ice.
jinx us. We haven't had any ice related.
Yeah. Well, he said that the only way to find out is a scan or a colonoscopy. And I think that they probably, like, if you put those on like a poll, I imagine that one side probably would come up more than the others.
Yeah.
Is probably what's up with that. Which I am also, yeah, I'm gonna go for that scan, I think. I don't know if because like it's not even just that it's inherently sounds unpleasant, but from what I've heard, it really isn't great.
Yeah.
Like it's not just the unpleasantness of what it is, but also that it's sucks. Yeah, don't you have to fucking like laxative like the whole fucking day before? So basically you're condemned to a day of diarrhea.
Yeah.
And then doesn't it hurt? I think as well. Oh, they sedate you. No way out my butt. Foxborn, thank you for the biddies. So it's just the constant shitting. Yeah. Yeah. Does that come with like the diarrhea cramps as well? I can't even think of the last time or if I ever even had a laxative.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever needed much.
We really do have a fucked up soundboard. That's what it is.
Last time I used the laxative, it did not go well.
You didn't leave your bathroom for 6 hours, but no pain or discomfort. Okay. Oh. Okay, but then Rudy, on the other hand, I guess it must depend on what they give you. I'm also just I I'm anxious about having someone interact with my ass in that way. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, you guys are really selling it. No, it's not like a gay panic thing. It's my ass. It's just I don't know. It's just uncomfortable. I know, I just don't want people to think that that's my problem with it. That's all.
Have you ever had to have your junk checked out?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
I don't know what they do in men's doctor's appointments.
Well, I had one in particular that was
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, remember the nurse standing next to me asking me Game of Thrones questions?
No, I wasn't there.
Well, I told you.
I don't remember the part. You were sedated for that part, though.
No.
You were.
No.
No?
No. I was just laying on a fucking table.
When they did the procedure?
Yeah.
No, they gave you loopy drugs. I mean, you weren't full sedation.
They didn't give me much of anything. I don't recall feeling much of anything.
You
I
seem
mean, in the
pretty
sense
high.
of, I don't think so. I don't think so. But then in preparation for that, I had a guy that had to examine my situation. Thankfully, now it's all gone. There's nothing there anymore. I love fucking with people on that because of the whole thing where like there's so many dudes who just have they don't
Oh
have
my
any
god.
fucking idea what
Remember when
vasectomy
Good asked
means.
you if you still came?
Yeah, there's like it's like 1% of guys maybe have the slightest fucking idea what happens with a vasectomy. I think the majority of them think that they just take everything, it's all gone.
Yeah.
You can't fuck anymore.
Yeah, Good asked if it was just like a puff of air that just comes out or if it's like still.
Yeah, it really was like revealing in terms of people's zero understanding of how anything works there. You cut off your balls and send them to Europe.
Uh,
Yeah. They cut off my gender.
uh,
They rotate everything counterclockwise, yeah. Balls on top, dick on bottom.
now you have to sit to pee.
But yeah, if there is anybody who doesn't know what happens, there is basically the to be honest, I don't know exactly where the semen part comes from. I think that's further on up the chain, and I think the balls only send out sperm.
I mean,
I
evidence would
don't
conclude
recall.
that's what happens.
Well, no, but there could be like converging tubes or something. I don't
Yeah.
really. I think it's further up the chain. Is it the prostate that does the Okay, yeah. So the prostate makes the semen. So that is further up the chain. So the balls are just sending the sperm. So all they do is basically they cauterize, they cut and cauterize the tubes from the balls. That's it. Boop. Everything else is the same. Nothing else changes.
Yeah, you had like what you described to me is similar to like period pains for like a week. And then
I still have phantom pain.
really?
Yeah.
Well,
It's not bad. It's not like but yeah, like for those of you with balls, you probably know the whole like kind of weird like you feel like ball pain up in your sort of like ghost ovaries. It's sort of like you feel it in more of like your lower abdomen for some reason, like pain related to your balls sometimes. Um, and there is that was one of the things that was like a like it could revert itself, and then also you could have like just recurring pain, and surprisingly, the pain immediately after wasn't that bad. It wasn't great,
yeah.
but it was I got over it pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think you're only like down for the count for like a couple days.
Yeah, I had the I don't remember I had something. Did I have like a special kind of ice diaper?
We got
What
you
was it?
several jock straps, and then I got a large selection of really cute ice packs.
Yes, that's right.
So there was like a little bear and a little Bucky.
Yeah, that got me through. Hey, Bun Bun Bun. Hey, Bun Bun Bun. Hi. So yeah, it is once it's done. There's no notable difference whatsoever that you can perceive. But I don't know. I think a lot of guys, the issue is that they put a lot on the balls. What can I say? They put a lot on the balls. There was something. I think it was what's his fucking name? Oh, DeFranco, Phil DeFranco. He did a video one time talking about how he got a vasectomy, but he has like four fucking kids or whatever, right? But the comments on that fucking video, fucking lunatics out there. There was a lot of like the people not understanding how anything works, but there were also just a ton of guys that were like, "You're not a man anymore. The only thing that makes you a man is your ability to make children." And like they're just so I never ever in my life for a moment had one neuron fire in that direction at any
Yeah.
time. It was never like I never associated my masculinity with
Making babies.
yeah, at all.
Oh.
At all. At all. But there was shit tons of guys in those comments that were just like out of their fucking minds. They definitely there were ones that were in there like you're gay now. And or like I feel sorry for your wife.
Well,
They're fucking dumb. That's
your wife
why.
is fucking grateful.
Well, I mean, these were all dumb guy
Yeah.
comments, right? Like if they think like that already, they're not thinking about that.
Yeah.
Fellas, does it gay have sex wife? uh this reminds me of like how weird sort of straight attractiveness is if you think about it too much. Because how do I explain it? It had crossed my mind a long time ago, and I thought this is kind of a weird way to think about it. But it's kind of funny how guys who have like, it's like manly, hairy, and all
Yeah.
that, but what they're attracted to is not that, and women who are like cute things and but this is just sort of straight normatives, okay? Just I'm talking about that. But the whole, straight women thing is like demure, cute,
Yeah.
soft, etc. But you're attracted to big, gross, hairy guys.
I mean,
Again, I'm
yeah.
generalizing because it's funny to think about. Oh yeah, no, it's a shifting thing. It only works as something to think about if it's like a total generalization. Chat has gone off in their own various directions.
The origin of a female orgasm?
Evopsych? That one's new to me, pubs. Is this some new class shit man? Evopsych. Yeah, what that one's new to me too, Azrael. The origin is 00. Oh, evolutionary psychology? Is that a long way of saying eugenics?
I don't think you could ever really know the origin of a female orgasm.
Ah, it's men trying to justify misogyny as natural. No surprise. It gave you a warning for that message. Are you sure you want to send this? Yeah, just every message that we see on our end, there's a
The bot's going overtime.
yeah, there's a do you really want to send this happening that we don't see. I mean, wouldn't it just be the origin of orgasms anyway?
If there was any way to know for certain, that would kind of be interesting.
I assume that shit just goes all the way back. It's like a reproduction incentive.
Well, yeah, but there was a large period in time where if a woman had an orgasm, she was that was an argument for her to be mentally unstable. She could be sent to like an
That's
insane asylum.
that doesn't have anything to do with evolution.
No. But I'm just saying, like, as far as like
Yeah, it's
the progression of that goes,
hysteria.
yeah, like that would be interesting.
Yeah, no, I threw my mind back to like
Yeah.
the original multi-celled organisms. Sorry, I meant Genesis in the Bible. When you say you're trying to find the origin of it, you're looking for the page number. Page 2, yeah. All right. Well, I believe I have checked in. So, I'm now going to check out. And tomorrow, Enjoyers Committee.
How do people know you? Who are you really?
Seth, thank you for the biddies. Thanks for hanging with me. I hope you guys have a good night.
Generations after generation will come.
There it is. That sounds more on topic. Thank you for the biddies, Sith, again. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow.